Are you looking to sell any type of product or service and you want to avoid the hassle?
Hello, and you're welcome to yet another edition of My Opinion on Cleveland TV. My name is Franca Idimundia. Now, if you are yet to join us on cleveland.com, please remember to sign up on www.cleveland.com. Believe me, it's a whole world of information, entertainment, free movies, restaurants, shopping malls, and so much more. All right. Now, today I'm going to be discussing with a perfect gentleman. His name is Mr. Billy Kings. Billy Kings is a producer, a movie producer in Edo State, and we're discussing the future of Edo movies in this 21st century. Mr. Billy Kings, you're welcome to My Opinion.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Good to have you on board. Yeah, I know I've said one or two things about. You, but I'd still like you to introduce yourself. Let the audience get to know you better.
Okay, my name is Billy Kings. I am a filmmaker resident in Edo State, Benin City, Edo State. That's what I do. I'm a pioneer filmmaker in Edo State.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, I know you a few years back, and I know you used to be very versatile in the music industry. You used to be a singer. Then all of a sudden you are into movie production. So why the migration? Why do you have to leave a movie music production to movie production?
The truth is, I never left music. I never left it. My music I incorporate into my movies by way of soundtrack, writing songs for the movies. So there's no way I left. It's just that I was not in the forefront, maybe mountain stage and singing, but I never left music because, as a matter of fact, movie making and music making, they are husband and wife. They are both intertwined. You can't take one from the other. You need music to interpret moods in your film, your storytelling as a filmmaker. So they're just there together. The issue is that I'm a multi-purpose person, a multi-talented person. So I try as much as possible to give time to all the talents that I have. I've told myself I will die empty. Everything that God has put on the inside of me, I will release upon this face of this earth before I go. So that is why I never left music.
Is all right, no problem. Now you've tested the two angles, you've tested music, and then you are into movies as well. Now, to an upcoming artist or to the young man out there, which of them would you say is much more profitable and easier to go into?
There's no one that is not profitable. Amongst the two, there's no one that is not profitable. What you give time to, you profit from it. What you invest is like an investment. If you believe in a project and you invest in that project, definitely you are expecting some returns. So your level of investment will determine your levels of returns. So that's the way it works. So if I'm advising anybody, I will tell anybody, if you have all the talent in the world, push it. As a Christian, we read in the Bible how God gave talents to persons. Gave one 5, gave one 2, gave one 1, according to what there are several abilities. So all the abilities that you have, you can make use of them, then do it. Nothing stops you. So that's the way I will advise anybody.
Is all right, no problem. Now, when you started as a, I remember then again that you actually started in a choir. Okay, now, but it's been over years gone and all that, and you've actually come out victorious in all. Can we get to hear of your success story? How was it like?
Well, let me use the word point of correction. I actually did not start from the choir. I only joined the choir. I've gathered some abilities before I joined the choir. So being the choir was just to use the same abilities that I have that I've discovered earlier to serve God. That is one. The success story is it's a faith thing. It's a faith thing. If you believe in God and you believe in yourself, they just keep doing it. There's always a time of preparation in everything in life. You prepare yourself for the vision that you have. Then you get to a point, then you now begin to make use of that vision and make use of the abilities that you have. And people begin to recognize you and they want to buy into it because you have made your mark. The time of preparation helps you to understand yourself, understand your environment, knows what the people need, and know how to tell your story or make your music in a manner that will bless the people. That is the way the matter is. So it's done that way. That's the way it is.
Understand? Now, moving from where you are coming from, right? From where you are coming to where you are right now. To where you are right now. Can you just tell us more the challenges you got in having to arrive at where you are now?
Okay, the challenges that I have, as a matter of fact, was first and foremost challenges of finance, and I got to overcome that when I understand some principles in the Bible that says, if you give and it shall be given unto you. Number two, if you ask, you shall receive. Number three, if you believe in yourself and you know what you have, you can brace up and meet anybody that is in crap that you are doing and give your all to it. You understand? So that is it.
Okay. It's okay. Now, let's analyze this. Being an Edo music movie producer, we've heard the stories about people that does Nollywood movies, full Nollywood movies. Okay. Now, being an Edo music producer, what does it entail? How is it like? Is it that profitable as those into the main Nollywood movies?
Well, there's an impression that we need to erase from our mind. Movie is movie, whether it's Edo, whether it's Igbo, whether it's Yoruba, it's the same thing. We are telling the story to a particular audience. And if your audience is receptive to what you are telling them, they will buy into it. And as a movie maker, that language movie can be subtitled and the whole world will hear it. The whole world will see it and they will be interested in it. So in Edo, movies goes beyond borders. A man in Russia can watch an Edo movie. Why? Because it is subtitled for him to understand what is written there. So there's nothing like Edo movie. The way it's one Nollywood in Africa, one Nollywood, and any movie that is done within the context of Nigeria, within the Nigeria locality, is a Nollywood movie. So I can choose to say, okay, this story I want to tell it in an Edo language for Edo people to hear or to see. I can say, okay, let me try and do it in Yoruba or even Hausa. You get the point. So that's the way the thing is being done. You understand me? So the Edo movie is for, if you do Edo movie, okay, because you have a direct audience, let me just do this movie for the Edo people. You understand me? So that's it.
Movies, right here. We don't
movies. So let's say, for instance, now you bring a very good director from America to come and direct an Edo movie. What do you think will happen to that movie? It will become an international movie. Is that cool? So that is the way it is. So there's no, I don't like to, if we are limiting it, it's like we are saying this one is limited. No, it's not really limited. It goes beyond borders. It's the truth. If I do a very good movie, an Indian man will want to see it. Indian man will want to see it. Yeah.
Want to, like, for example, someone that have the mindset of going into movie production, what do you think would be for such a person? Because I know it's not a tea party. Going into movie production, a tea party, it involves stress, like finance, and there's some other stuff. So if, for example, you have the young men wanting to go into a movie, what would be your advice for them?
Okay, first and foremost, you must have a purpose. You must have a purpose. You must know why you are going into it. Because the why will determine your stay on. That means if you don't know why you're going into it, you get to a point, you'll be out of it. But if you have a purpose, you have a reason for going to it, that purpose will keep driving you back, bringing you back on board. Even if you don't have money to pursue your dream, it keeps taking you back and forth. You understand me now? That is one. That purpose will keep you going. It will give you the drive to push on and seek for help and study and ask questions. Because I realize that whatever you want to do in this life, somebody is doing it before now. Somebody is pursuing that same dream. Somebody has gone ahead of you. So you meet with such persons and tell them this is what you want to do. They might turn you down. They might not even believe in you. But if you believe in yourself, it gets to a point, somebody will take you on and want to invest in whatever you are doing. Then you must have a target audience. Whom are you targeting? Who are those that will be receptive to your message, a message that is in the story that you want to tell in a film form? You must have that one at the back of your mind. Because if it is not there, you get to a point where you are frustrated. You know, story ideas come as by inspiration. Now, this story, which kind of people, which set of people will be interested in this kind of story that you want to tell? Then you craft your story along those lines and push it to them. If they like it, then the market is for you. You now people begin to accept it. Next time they'll be waiting for what you have. There are some sacrifices that you need to make. Sometimes people don't want to even listen to you at all because they see you have not made your name. And but you have to be confident. You know, a man that is confident, you can easily discover that this person is confident. He knows what he is doing. You will take such a person seriously. The man that lacks confidence, you can't take such a person seriously. Let me use this as an example. It's like a man who wants to chase a woman, wants the woman to be his wife, and he lacks confidence. The woman will say that this one not your girl liver. But if you see a man that is confident, the man is pushing and pushing. Before you know, the woman says, okay, let me try this man out. That's the way it is. So confidence is very, very important. Believing in yourself is very, very important. Keep pushing. Don't stop. If you believe in that thing that you want to do, then go ahead and do it. Because the sky is wide for all kinds of birds to fly without colliding with each other. So the opportunities are all there.
Music and the writing material is supposed to change the perception of people in the society. Now, what is the impact of the storylines, the movie storylines, that you or maybe others in the movie industry has been part of in the life of people?
I didn't get the question because I have a noisy background.
Okay, I'm trying to ask the storylines, okay, storylines of movies. Okay, does it have any impact on the society? And if it does, what are they? Because that tends to like encourage people to write more of movies and then to watch more of movies. You agree with me on
that? The truth of the matter is this. Whatever story we write is from the society. As filmmakers, we mirror the society. What is happening in the society, that's what we write about. There are trending matters, trending issues that can inspire you to write something and produce about. Movies and music can actually shape a society. If you tell a story that will give direction to a particular society and make them believe in themselves, they begin to feel themselves that way and they tune to themselves that way. You can use music and a film and movies to program somebody's mind. It's very, very simple. Let me cite an example. If you lock up a 13-year-old teenager in a room and lock another one in another room, then load this one with movies that has to do with peace. Then load the other one with movies that has to do with war. Let them be in the room for like a month. Give them food. Let them be. The only thing that they are going to be watching just peaceful movies, war movies. If they come out, they're going to get two different people. This one will be violent. This one will be peaceful because their mind is reprogrammed. It is said psychologically or discovered that what the eye sees, the mind retains 89% of what the eye sees, 10% of what the ear hears, and 1% from other feelings. So that's to let you know the power of movies. So movies can actually be used to reshape a society. If, for instance, our country, the government decides to invest in movies and tell all filmmakers to be shooting a particular kind of movies, in the next 1 year, the mindset of everybody in this country will change. Why? Because you'll be influenced by those information that are in the movies. So it's a powerful tool that could be used. But the truth of the matter is, your own society also in a way affects the kind of movies that you write. But you can use it positively if you have to. So that is it.
Now let's talking about movies affecting the society positively. Now let's bring together the youth, okay, youth and then development. Do you think movies has a role to play in youth development?
Very strong, powerful tool. I once run an academy for youth at the youth center in Benin. I have about 23 students that I was training for free for the government, as it were there. coming to the class every day and the workshop we are doing, short movies that we are doing, as a matter of fact, we shift them. Like I just told you, keeping some people in a particular room and showing a particular movie to them will affect their mindset. So it can actually affect youth development positively if we decide to use it. To help our youth. It will. I did a short movie on cultism. I know the response that I got because it affected them. People saw that movie on Facebook, it affected them, and they were responding that they wish something like this could be coming from all filmmakers. You understand me? So the onus lies on the government to invest in movies like this. So for positive youth development, it will help.
Okay, you make mention of the government investing in movies of this nature. Now, how in what way can the government actually come into it? Because from what we've known so far, movies are something that is somehow private. Okay, it's private sector. That is how most people see it. But how does the government come to play in this?
Okay, the government has a lot to do by way of giving grants to filmmakers, letting them know that movies like this can also help in societal development. We have the Ministry of Information, under which the National Films and Video Censors Board is operates. Now, if they say, okay, we want to do an orientation on youth development, we want to orientate the youth on how to live their lives, they can, through that ministry, sponsor filmmakers so that from time to time, this information will be passed out in a movie format on all the stations, maybe government stations, campaigning on against, for instance, cultism, campaigning against robbery, campaigning against all social vices. So that's one way that the government can, support or encourage filmmakers to such lines. Government can also organize film festivals. Something like that is coming up in Benin now very soon. I don't think government is organizing a film festival for young filmmakers. So, and if, for instance, a team is given to them, say, we want movies in this light, we want movies along these lines for you to win so and so amount of money. You say, youth, just come with your camera, your phone, come and record, do 1 minute skit. That guy that would have gone to the street to use drug or to commit havoc is now being engaged by the government. You see, his mindset is now turned towards something positive, to use his camera phone to shoot a movie and submit. If he wins, he gets 250,000 for just doing something under 2 minutes. That's a way of redirecting the minds of the youth into something positive. So there's a lot that you can do with it, and it's very, very innumerable. We can't count them. So that is it. It's it's something that can be achieved.
It's all right, but you just made mention of, you've been talking for the past few minutes about the government coming in and all that. But at times you discover that the government alone might not even have this mentality of bringing up things of this nature. Now, to come to a common ground, which is bringing the government and bringing the movie producers together, who is supposed to bring these two actors or two factors together?
It's on both sides of the divide. For instance, recently the government initiated a move and bringing all entertainers together in Edo State, and they presented a blueprint on how we are going to work. That's from the government side. Then from the movie makers on the entertainer side, they can also come together and present a proposal to the government on this is the way what we want to do. And if government sees that it's a laudable project, they buy into it and they sponsor such a project. So it's on both sides of the divide. It depends on who is at the end of affair at any given point in time. If you have a government who believes in the media as a tool to reshape a society, I would say that environment, that country or state is lucky or favored to have such a government who believe in the tool of the media to reshape the society. Such government will invest in anything media, passing out information to ensure that people grab it and live their lives along those lines. So that is the point. So it's on both sides of the divide.
Now, then definitely if you are talking about getting to understand what you just said, it means that there is an association that movie producers belong to, right?
Yes,
Now,
Association of Movie Producers.
Association of Movie Producers. Now, how effective is this association? Let me even use the country. Let me not use Edo State now. Let me just use in the country as a whole.
They are very, very effective. Very, very. Most times, okay, the last administration before Buhari's administration gave close to about six billion and invested in the movie sector, movie industry. That was President Goodluck Jonathan. And again, another 200 million US dollars was also dropped towards that effect. So people, I mean, movie makers, you know, were able to access the funds. Some went abroad for training. Some got grants to set up studios for themselves. Some were given money to produce movies. You understand? And movies based on issues that would help the society. They did it. But we would have expected that this present administration would pick it up from where the other president stopped. But nothing like that has been done. So that is why it's like we are not seeing the fruits. Somebody started it. At least the subsequent administration should have taken it up so that we begin to see the fruits. So,
right. But were there any move by the association? Were there any moves by the association to make sure that there's continuity in this with the government?
Of course. It's everyday dialogue. It's everyday dialogue. As we speak, some bills has been sent to the National House of Assembly that has not been passed into law. So many things that we have sent down there, and they have not actually looked into it. So even we as filmmakers now begin to say, okay, can't we be involved in this politics so that by the time we are there, we can actually push our bill and ensure that it comes out on time. So many of our colleagues are venturing into politics now. If you are comfortable and see this other actor, the other one actor, it's because of the kind of the political situation that we have. People in government, those actually, that's why I use one word just now, that those who believe in media, if they are the aims of affair, they will strongly hold on to that cause. Imagine somebody like Ronald Reagan, former president of the United States of America, who was an actor, a film actor. You know, in his time, he was the one who gave Michael Jackson an award in his time. He recognized Michael Jackson, and that was it. You get the point. So we need somebody in government to help us to do that.
That's all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Billy Kings. It's been some few minutes with you, but don't go away. We still have a lot of questions. We will actually come to the main cruise of the matter. We'll take a short break from now. And then viewers, in the next couple of minutes, we'll take a short break and then we'll come back quickly for Mr. Billy Kings to shed light on the future of Benin movies in the 21st century. Stay with us.
Let's sell on your behalf. If your item sells on our web shop, you pay a 10% commission plus the transaction fees, and you get the rest. Register now at www.shop.clevenard.com. Start uploading your product and services. We can really sell it on your behalf so you can carry on working on the things important to you. Are you looking to sell any type of product or service and you want to avoid the hassle involved? Selling can be an arduous and time-consuming process. At Clevenard Super Shop, we will be happy to take over the workload of promoting or selling your products or services. All you need to do is to register at www.shop.clevenard.com, enter your shop or vendor information, and then start uploading your product and services. We will do the selling. Now, be ready to get more sales and awareness. Start making more money from your business with Clevenard Super Shop by partnering with us today.
All right, you're welcome back. We are still with Mr. Billy Kings, an Edo movie producer. All right, Mr. Billy Kings, we are still discussing the future of Edo movies in the 21st century. Now, we're going to go into that fully, and there has been series of development, ICT-wise and all that. Okay? Now, we cannot stay behind and begin to produce the movies that were produced for the audience 20, 30 years ago in this generation. So how would you, as a movie producer, come into that? Do you think that what you are producing presently, okay, conforms to the norms of the present day society?
100% yes. times have changed a whole lot of things. Technology has changed movie production, that's affected movie production. People can shoot movies now on iPhone and you get a very good picture. Different kind of format, different kind of cameras that are coming out. So the future is very, very bright. And access to equipment is as easy as anything, unlike before, when we don't have these equipments. Now we have all the equipments. So it now depends on your pocket size. Pocket size in the sense that how much money do you have to invest in movie making? How much technology do you want to engage in movie making? So it's there. It depends on the filmmaker. At which level does he or she wants to operate? Knowledge abounds. We have so much knowledge. The internet is at our disposal. We have so much on our hands. So if you don't take advantage of the information that you have, you will remain in the past. Because times are moving very, very fast. So we are on that fast lane because there are so many things that we could do, so many stories that we could tell. With even the little technology we have, we can do it. If we can do it in time past, when there was no equipment at our disposal, is it now that we have all these things that we cannot do it? We can do much more better now than the way it used to be.
You know, you talked about taking advantage of the technology at our disposal now. But when you think about things, like you discover that finance has to come into it. For someone that is just in profession, what will you advise in that regard?
Someone that is what?
That is just coming up, for an upcoming producer. What would you advise in that?
There is no way, even as an upcoming, there are different formats of films, different formats. You can shoot. There are platforms for phone to shoot with your phone and make money. From there, whatever you make from there, you can also use to invest in bigger equipment or bigger technology. You understand me? So now it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. My 13-year-old daughter will pick a phone and begin to record daddy. And the next thing, daddy, see your movie. You know, it's a lot easier now. So if people are saying that they are handicapped now, I look at them, I just look at them, I laugh because I look at where we were coming from, as it were, and where we are at now. So a lot of people have the advantage now than even we then. That is the truth of the matter. If you believe in anything, sell what you have to invest in that thing. Even the Bible says, sell what you have and give. So if you want to coin it, I'll say, sell what you have and invest.
And give to yourself first.
Yes. So the opportunity that we have in life now is far, far bigger than where we are coming from. That's the truth. So no excuse for anybody. No excuse. You can buy 100 naira megabyte data. 100 naira megabyte data and get information that you need that will take you to the next level. It's at your fingertips. So what's the excuse?
I quite agree on that. I remember while growing up that one of the first movies I watched was a film by a Benin producer now. You know him very well, Mr. Lancelot Odua Imaswin.
Which one?
Yeah, okay. That was one of the first movies I watched while growing up, and he's come a long way in the Nollywood industry now, and all of that. Now I'm going to use him as an example of a pioneer and founders or producers in Nigeria. What do you think is the place of the founding fathers of movies in the country?
Our place is there. Nobody can take your place. If you vacate your place, somebody will take it. Now,
yeah, but we still see people crying all the time that the founding fathers are not lending hands. They're not lending advice. They're not lending materials for them to grow in the industry.
I want to 100% disagree with that. Such persons are lazy, with all due respect. The founding fathers, who found them?
That's a big question.
There was no industry.
Yeah.
There was no industry. So these people came and they created an industry. Now you have something to refer to. They are saying someone to come and spoon feed you. Why do we go to school? We go to school to get knowledge. Then we begin to apply those knowledge in any areas that we deem fit. They are saying funders. There is nobody who has come to me as a person that I've not advised. I may not be able to give you all the money that you are looking for, but the knowledge that will give, that will impact onto you, there's no amount of money that can buy it. So no knowledge is lost. If you have it, you have it. And if you use it, it will work for you. My dear sister, can I tell you a story? I don't know if you have the time.
Yeah, no problem.
Somebody came to my office years ago when I was really into music. He said he wants a producer. He wants somebody to invest money into his movies, his music. And I asked a simple question: how much would you want the marketer to invest in your movies? I mean, your music. He said 3 million naira. That's okay. Just be sincere with me. I'm talking about 10 years ago now. More than 10, about 15 years ago. Then I asked him, if you have 3 million naira, what will you do with 3 million naira? He said he would buy his ticket and travel abroad. Now, you are looking for someone to come and invest in your own music that you don't even believe in the first place. So if you believe in anything, you will go all out for it and ensure that you get it.
That is having a vision.
You don't have to steal. You don't have to tell lies. Hard work still pays. That's the truth. Sometimes you make some sacrifices. Sell what you have. If you believe it, sell it and invest in it. That's how it works. That's how it works. So it is up to them. Founding fathers. Who found the founders?
I think that's a take home for all of us. Who founded the founding fathers? It's a good one. Thank you so much, Mr. Billy. I like you to. I want you to just give one or two advice. For one, I know you've spoken extensively on that, but just in a sentence or so. One, advice for the government. Two, advice for the youth. And then three, advice for the society as well.
Well, for the government, I will say this. San Francisco in America, California in America, is the fourth largest economy in the world. What are they selling? Entertainment. That's what they are selling. Our government on this side of the device can take a cue from that. The Nigerian economy is not even 120 in the world in terms of economy. We'll have just one state in America being the fourth largest economy in the world, and the only thing they are selling is entertainment and brain. So we can take a cue from that. Tap into the brains of.
Even India does that as well.
Okay. Take a cue from that. Tap into the minds of our young ones. Invest money in entertainment. We have culture that we can sell to the world that can attract tourists to this part of the world if we invest in entertainment, filmmaking, selling our culture. Our culture is something that the white man wants to see, and yet we are keeping it here. So why can't we invest, see it as a business and sell it to the world? See it as a business, harness it and sell it to the entire world. We'll make so much dollars, so much foreign currency, foreign exchange. We'll get so much foreign exchange on that. Then he said my advice to what now? To the youth, right?
To the youth. Yeah, to the youth.
The youth, they are our future. They are our future. They should not allow some old folks to rob them of their future because giving them one piece of bread and they turn themselves into cultists, robbers, and all kinds. We begin to kidnap and do all kinds of evil things. Every man that God has created, God has deposited something in them. Let them begin to look inward and tap into their resources. The economy may not be good, but people are still building houses and buying cars. That's the truth. I shoot a lot of films in the village. I see some young men owning big farms, cassava farms. If they come out in the city, you don't even know that they went to farm. They look clean, wearing good perfume, and they look nice. If they tell you they are farmers, you won't even believe. There's still money in farming, there's still money in this country, whether we want to agree or believe it or not. Let them find a purpose. Find a purpose and fulfill it. Let something drive and wake you up every morning and say, okay, this is what I want to give my life for. cannot give your life to robbery or cultism or all those evil things. Use your brain effectively and serve humanity with it and see whether God will not open doors for you. God still open doors for people. He does that.
Yeah.
Which one again?
I think that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Billy Kings. It's been a pleasure having you on My Opinion today.
Thank you.
I will do one of these days you'll be our guest again.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
And so, our viewers, that's where we draw the curtain for today. Till next week, we will come your way with another guest in the house. It's a bye from me, like remain Franca, the media. Bye.